Hey guys, is this thing on? Hello. Well, hello. Um, this is kind of awkward and so weird to talk to yourself or talk to a camera. It's like, hi. I always knew it was gonna be weird and awkward to do the first video, which is why it's kind of, I think, taken me so long to actually do it. Um, I don't really know what to say, but it doesn't matter. This is going to be like a creative project for me. This channel, I've had this idea for so long, and it's taken me so long to like put it together into something that I actually like wanted to do. But I had the idea for Pretty and Dangerous for such a long time. um and like sorting out like different ideas that I had for it until I got to the point where I was like, okay, this is something that I actually want to do and I actually can do. Took forever. It's been a long process. Also, I'm a perfectionist, so I have to get out of my own way before, like, the getting out of my own way part of everything. That part took forever. Like, the fact that I'm actually sitting down and filming now, kind of crazy because I thought that I was like, I planned to have a whole little set done. Like, I was gonna make the set myself, so it all looked cute and put together and all of that. And that's just taking longer than I thought it was gonna take. Especially because I work full time, and I do lots of different things throughout the week. I have lots of things going on, and it's just taken more time than I thought it would. And also, I did want to put some makeup on today because I thought it might be a good idea to do the first video with makeup on, like make a good impression, that kind of thing. But I've been out today. I went into town to do some shopping with my sisters, and I'm just too overstimulated to sit down and put some makeup on, to be honest. This is gonna have to be good enough. Um, and people are gonna have to get used to it because I probably don't have the energy to be doing makeup every time I film. I'm not going to lie with you. Um, I love a makeup look. I love to do makeup. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes I just don't have the energy to actually do it, and that's just something about me. Um, I've got some notes, so if if I forget what I want to say, what I wanted to say, or if I um run out of things to say, I have some stuff down here that I can just look at and whatever. Oh. Anyway, so hi, my name is Mazzy Mayhem, and welcome to my YouTube channel slash podcast, Pretty and Dangerous. This is something that, well, like I said, it's like a creative outlet for me, and also I just wanted to do something that to me felt like I was having a sleepover with friends and gossiping with the girls about crushes and movies and things we were doing, and like it felt like cute and wholesome. Um and so that's where the idea of Pretty and Dangerous came from. I was never really allowed to do that kind of thing when I was little. I didn't really have a girl group growing up, which is something that I feel like I definitely missed out on, and it upsets me to this day. But this idea for Pretty and Dangerous was kind of to compensate for that, or to sort of create that space for myself in a way. Um, but yeah, so here I will be discussing movies, films, animes, books, anything that I'm into, any media I'm consuming at the time, and I will be gossiping about it, and I will be chatting some bear shite. I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay? Um, that's what the main thing that we'll be doing. I'll be adding some other stuff in there, that I want to talk about and things that I'm interested in. And this is really just a creative space for me to dump all the things that are going on in my head. Um, so yeah, welcome if you want to join. This is a place where if you felt like you didn't fit in growing up, you didn't have the childhood that you wanted to have, or um the space that you wanted to have as a kid, I guess, and you kind of want to relive that a little bit, you're in the right place, is basically what I'm trying to say. Um, I would just like to preface this, if you couldn't tell, I'm new to this. I'm posting on TikTok for about 6 months now. But other than that, I've never really filmed myself in front of a camera before, so it's kind of awkward to me. It's a little bit strange, kind of crazy. I feel like a psychopath. I'm just sat in my room by myself. There's a light there, there's a camera there, and it's like, okay. But yeah, um, but here we are. So I also want to say that if you want to try filming your own videos and try and do something that you're interested in, or that you just have an idea, just try and like run with it as far as you possibly can, because that's what I'm doing at the moment. This may never go anywhere. I don't know if I really want it to go anywhere. I just want to have the space for myself, I guess, and anybody who wants to join in, really. I would love it if people joined in, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think I care if people don't, if that makes sense. But this is almost it is I would like to say that it's almost a challenge to myself, that I can do something, that I can like stick at something, because I feel like I have a problem of like finishing things or sticking at things and seeing things through till the end. And this is something that I really want to challenge myself to actually do and see through to the end. Like I said before, I had problems, like, actually not problems. I had like trouble with myself with actually sitting down and filming the video, because I was like, I want to get the set right. I want it to look cute. I want to know exactly what to talk about. I want to feel comfortable and confident in front of a camera before I even put anything out there. And it's just like, babe, that's going to take you years and years and years to do if you try and do everything before you start doing it, you know? So here we are. We might be a little bit unprepared, but it's fine. Okay? I did my best. And it's okay. We can grow together is the point. Or I can grow whilst doing this, and that's fun and amazing too, I guess. So, like I said, I kind of want this to just feel like a sleepover. So, this is a place where at the end of a tired day, or you've been working all day, you just want to talk about something with your friends. You just want to gossip about men, TV shows, fashion, clothes, makeup, things that you're interested in. You guys can, if you're interested in that, you can even drop me suggestions of what you want to talk about next week, what you want to next watch next week, what you want to read next week, and we can kind of do it together, if that makes sense. Like, if I let you know what we're watching or what I'm watching next week or what I'm going to be talking about next week, you can then go watch the movie or watch the show, and then you can have all your own ideas that you can leave in the comments, and we can just have a fun time, a fun giggly time. Okay, that's the point. That's what I want. That's what I would like. Um, I keep slipping into this American accent because this doesn't feel real to me. And like when I was a kid and used to play like imagination games, my character always had an American accent. Um, that's just what that is. So yeah, I also think I do, and I feel slightly awkward because to me it's funny. It kind of bring like Americans are they're so much more lighthearted and like jolly than English people are. That to me is speaking American accent kind of brings that out a little bit more. That makes sense. Um, I would like to say that I am a very massive feminist. I'm an intersectional feminist and believe that um, different power systems and oppressive systems in the world, they all collide at one point and they all affect each other and interact with each other, and have different relationships with each other. And I think it's important to acknowledge those things. So a lot of the things I'll be talking about, it will be through a more feminist lens, I guess, but I also want it to just be fun and giggly as well. So there's that, but that's just a part of who I am. I'm a massive feminist. So if you don't like that, don't watch these videos. Nobody's watching them anyway. I always felt like I didn't really fit into the world. Like I don't really have that many friends. I don't really have any friends at all. I have my family and like I have three sisters who my sisters are like my best friends. We do everything together. Apart from this, clearly they're not here. Um, but yeah, and they're like my closest confidants, I guess you could say. But as for like actual friends and people to do things with, I don't really have that. Um, I'm very socially awkward and anxious, and I don't make friends that easily. And yeah, I also don't go out a lot, and I don't meet new people a lot, so it's kind of hard to make friends. And I'm in my early 20s, and it's like I feel like I live in a small town as well, so I feel like a lot of people who are friends here, they've known each other for since they were in like primary school, middle school, and high school. Maybe that's just me looking from an outside perspective. I don't know, but like they've known each other for a long time, or at least like there's only three high schools here, so and like everybody went to the same primary schools and stuff. So there's that. It feels like there's there's no way in, I guess, and maybe that's just me. I don't really know. I don't really care either. Um, I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you also feel like a loser, you can come watch my videos. Okay. Um, but you can't be insecure about that. If you don't have any friends, it's fine. It's good. Okay. Maybe you're too powerful. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know whether I should look at the camera or not because when I'm actually talking to people, I kind of look away. So looking at the camera kind of feels a little bit intimidating to me because I'm like, am I looking into people's eyes? But at the same time, it's like if I look if I talk over there, it's like who am I talking to? I don't know. I'm sorry if I keep looking over there and it's distracting. I'm sorry about that. Um, I do want this to be a space that makes anybody who feels like that they haven't got a place in this world. I want this to be a space for them to feel like they do have a space and that there will be a place for them and that there is a place for them and that they can and if there isn't, you can create a space for yourself. You can knock walls down and I want you to feel empowered that even if the world tells you that you're not accepted, that force them to accept you. Force the world to hold space for you, and it's okay to do that. I want this to be a space where different people can do that. Um, that would be very cool. And when I say all kinds of people, I mean all kinds of people. Anybody is welcome here. I will do my best to advocate and fight for anybody, groups of people, marginalized people, oppressed people, people who are discriminated against. um i I hope that I do my best to make this a space where you feel comfortable and safe. I don't really know what to say now. I think that I've covered everything that I wanted to say in the introductory video, to be honest. I hope you stick around. I hope people see this and want to stay and watch me grow and watch us grow. Hopefully this becomes a little community of people who just want to enjoy media. And also, I am going to preface this. I do love to hate on like movies and characters, and it's part of how I like and enjoy things. Okay, because it makes me laugh. And I do this, me and my sisters, whenever we watch stuff, we basically just pick apart the whole thing that we're watching, we laugh about it, we giggle about it, and then after we're like, that was actually pretty fun to do. And I kind of just want to recreate that a little bit with this space, and yeah. But I do love to hate and I hate to love, so there's that. But yeah, I hope people want to stick around for this. And if you don't, you're a loser. Okay? Um I don't really have like an outro be honest. So I guess I'll see you when I see you. Bye.